Welcome back to another edition of Sling Paint Gaming. I'm Berto.
I'm Nims.
All right. So when we were at the SteleOpen,
It was awesome.
I loved it. It was great.
Yeah,
I mean, we had a
good
great time. One of the cool things they had was, and we wanted to share this with everybody because it was part of the whole, if you saw it on the SteleOpen event page, everybody was able to see it, but it was a special play type called Epic Furball.
Yeah, so for those of you who don't know, furball means a dogfight in the air, or, you know, some other people tend to think of it as, you know, a cat or a dog's fighting. All you see is nothing but a furball going around, going crazy, you know, attacking everything.
Right.
So what this was, it was an epic match.
Yes.
Meaning an epic ship or a huge ship like
Yes.
the Raider, the
Yes.
TNT, the assault carrier, the Rebel transport.
Right.
But
With a twist.
it was on a 3x3 board.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's key because somebody was questioning us when we were playing. It's like, you know, it's not an epic match. It's on a 3x6. We specified it's on a 3x3 map, and this is especially for this event.
Yep.
So if you want to do this play type, you just need a regular 3x3 map. You don't need to have two maps, which is nice.
But you do need to have an epic ship. Now, in
At least one.
some epic games, you don't have to have an epic ship.
Right.
You can just do 300 points of whatever you want. Now, this one was a little bit different. One, you had to have an epic ship.
Yep.
You had to put at least 130 points on that ship or ships. Okay? So
Yes.
you had to have 130 points of epic ships. So
Keyword ships.
one of our friends, Werewolf, he was flying 4 Rebel transports, kind of threw everybody for a loop. We saw multiple assault carriers. We saw all types of stuff. Key things to remember are 130 points must be on an epic ship.
Yep. Or epic ships
or
together.
ships.
Like, right.
Right. You could also use, so that would leave you with.
And upgrades. So whatever the upgrades you put on those epic ships is part of the 130 points.
Right. So of the 170 points that you have left, you can use scum pilots as mercenaries.
Yep.
Which makes sense because that's kind of what they are.
But only limited at 100 points max for the scum list.
The scum.
Right.
And then the rest of the points could be Imperial or Rebel, depending on what epic
faction
ship
you
you were flying.
The only other key thing with the scum ships, and we'll put this all in the description below, the other key thing with the scum ships is the effects from upgrades or abilities do not cross factions.
So like a Tawny Mind Link and stuff like that. You can't, you know, go to Vader with, you know, Dengar or, you know, just it just doesn't work. You have to keep everything faction specific as far as the upgrades.
Right. The other thing is it was a 90-minute time limit.
And that 90 minutes goes by
Real
fast
fast
when
with
you
that
actually have the epic ships because there's a lot of stuff to do.
Yes.
Yeah.
If you ever play the epic just by itself, there is a lot of steps from setup to also to executing the maneuvers.
There's so many
With the
actions.
if you outfit your epic ship with a lot of secondary weapons, all of them fire.
Yeah.
So you got to fire with that one, fire with this one, and then if you're ranging that one, I'm gonna fire that one too. There's just a lot of things. The other thing is this match is determined by the most points killed, so MOV.
Yep.
And it's a combination of wins and MOV overall. And it says basically the most unusual thing here, and this is what it was actually quoted from the SteleOpen, as the abilities to include on Scum and Villainy ships in your Rebel or Imperial lists. The unusual thing. All right. Things here, the ability to include Scum and Villainy ships in your Rebel Imperialist, which we talked about. So how does that work? We talked about where you can actually put the whole 100 points only top in your list. That threw off a lot of people. Like you put actually 100 points or just shy of 100
so
points.
I flew a Raider with 4 Scum Syndicate Thugs, Y-Wings with twin laser turrets, and then I filled out the rest with TIE-FOs.
It was weird to see that, but and you fared pretty well too.
Not too bad. I came in the top 10. I think I came in 8th overall out of about 25, 30 people.
Yep.
First time flying an epic ship aside from the hotel room brawl that we did. Which I did not fly the same list because I learned my lessons in that game.
Yeah, but you made some tweaks.
So that's when I put the TLTs on there just to assure that damage to the epic ship and everything. But also, if you don't destroy the epic ship, if you disable one of the halves, you get the points for that half of the ship.
Right. So it's not like you have to destroy the whole entire ship. And I know some people are
to
going to
your
probably
advantage.
ask is like on large ships you get half of the points.
If you destroy
You
half
do
of it,
not
you don't,
get
not for
half
this.
of the half of the ship.
You have to disable it.
Right.
Yep.
But that's Epic Furball. It's actually
fun.
pretty cool. It's different. All the other rules apply as far as standard deployment rules for Epic ships and how you set it up and which ships you set up first. But it was just a different thing. It was cool because it was on a 3x3 mat. It was our first time. I had a TNT 4 loaded out. Actually, I think I had 140 points on there. And then I also had 5, not baby blues. I had 5 red squadron vets to get the elite upgrades, so I can run proton torpedoes, guidance chips, and Deadeye. I needed that elite upgrade, but I wanted to get Deadeye so I can use a focus token instead of a target lock. So that was my list. I did okay in the first round, but somebody dropped out, so I said, okay, well, I think it was like dead last in the points. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll just drop out and call it even. Plus, it was like at 11 o'clock at night. 12 o'clock at night. We didn't go to the hotel back room by like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. And then we did Taco Bell run. He's not going to let that go. All right. But anyway, definitely, if you guys would make tweaks to this, or how would you guys fly? What lists would you build for Epic Furball? Or if you want to host it at your own event, here, like I said, we're going to put it down below.
Check it out on slingpaint.com too. The whole list of rules we just threw up there. You can check that out for yourself.
Yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. The guys over the Steel Enterprises and Nova Squadron did a phenomenal job of setting up and running that list.
Pretty cool. So let us know what you think. Subscribe. Check out all the stuff down here at the bottom of the screen that you see. And catch the next video.
Thanks, guys.